Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, let's talk about your forecast as we move towards the upcoming weekend. Boy, did we have some heavy rain and some deluges showing up across southern Utah. This is a view from Zion National Park. Thanks to Corey for sharing this. He was out at the park as we saw some of those afternoon downpours making their way through. Now, we had some good news in the fact that we could really use the moisture, especially in the southern half of the state. So this is great news. The problem is you get a lot of rainfall. It comes down fast and hard and heavy at times. And that leads to those quickly rising streams and creeks, and we see the water rising quickly and flowing quickly, and that's what we had, and that's why you can get those flash flood concerns. And that was the situation that we saw there, of course, at the park, and you can see also some nice shots there, nice waterfalls showing up with some of that water coming down as well. Now, let me show you around the Payson area here. We had some of those darker clouds out there, thanks to Pat Myers for sharing this photo. But not a lot of rain in central and northern portions of the state, but I do expect the potential of that to change just a little bit as we go into today. So as we look at your weather headlines, the monsoon moisture that will continue to stream north into central and northern portions of the state as we go throughout this afternoon. Along with some of that moisture, we could have a little bit of an isolated flash flood risk continuing today, but it may also shift from central and southern Utah up towards portions of northern Utah as we go throughout this afternoon. So again, it's a sign that we're going to see more of that moisture shifting to the north. But as we head into the weekend, looks like we'll start to dry things out and heat things right back up once again across the area. All right, let's talk about what's going on right now as we look at what your temperatures are looking like out there. 61 degrees in Logan, 59 in Heber. We've got 68 in Vernal, 60 in Evanston, 68 degrees in Price and Delta, 68 in Hanksville, and 77, good morning to you, in St. George. Here's a look at the radar. And again, not a lot of precipitation out there, but we've got a couple of sprinkles and spotty showers here across portions of central Utah, just north of the I-70 corridor. This is shifting to the north. You see this batch of gray or white color here? That is the sign of those clouds, but also it's a sign of where we have some of that deeper moisture. And that deeper moisture is what we're going to be watching. That's going to get tugged to the north as we've got a boundary coming out of the south, and this will help to lift and enhance the deeper moisture and give us that chance of scattered showers and storms a little further to the north as we go throughout today. So let me time it out for you with Futurecast. Again, we're fairly quiet with a lot of those clouds and a couple of spotty showers out there now. By lunchtime, though, I think we'll start to see more downpours developing closer towards the I-80 corridor, up into portions of the Uintas as well, and that will continue to expand as we go into the afternoon hours to a decent chance of scattered showers and storms across north and central portions of the state. Now, I don't think it's going to be a washout, so don't cancel your outdoor plans. But if you are north of I-70 today, just know you've got a slightly better chance of seeing some of those isolated downpours developing. They may even extend into the evening hours for areas south of I-80 here, from the Uintas back down towards the West Desert before finally fading out overnight. And then going into Saturday, we're going to keep a chance of an isolated storm or two in the forecast. I think the coverage will be less than today, but the chance will be there, especially across north and central portions of the state. But by the time we get towards your Sunday, notice we push the real chance of rain off to our east as we start to really see that drier air taking over. And that's the weekend setup. That monsoon pattern will start to shift over towards Colorado and New Mexico. And so for us, we start to see some drier air filtering in as we dry things out. Now, as we look at the upper level Futurecast, that monsoon moisture in place for us right now with the pattern, but notice that's going to begin to fade out as this big ridge of high pressure takes back over. That'll start to bring us in some breezy and hot conditions across the area as we head towards the weekend and heading into next week. And that means that we're also going to be looking at that potential elevated fire danger returning across the region as we head into next week because it's going to be so dry. We're going to add in those southerly breezes, and we're going to have the hot temperatures around as well. So that'll be something that we're going to have to focus back on heading into next week. But for St. George this weekend, we're looking at 97 today, so the extra cloud cover should help hold temperatures down. Slight chance of an isolated storm. Then it's back to the triple digits this weekend into next week. The Wasatch Front, we've got scattered storm chances today, isolated chance for your Saturday. Then it stays in the mid-90s, but dry and warm conditions for next week.